What's going on, BMW fans? Welcome back to BMW Review. Today we're going to be going over 15 plus accessories that you should consider getting for your BMW. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, BMW Review, what we do here is showcase all the latest BMWs. We do some really cool car reviews, some hidden tips and tricks, and features reviews. So if that's something that you guys are into and want to learn more about, subscribe to the channel because we put out content every single week. For this video, we're going to be going over 15 accessories that you must get or consider getting for your BMW. Now, many of these accessories can be found online. You can also go to a dealership and also check to see if they have these accessories as well. And also, we're going to be going over a couple third-party accessories that you can also get from Amazon.com. Also, just to mention it, I am going to be providing links for many of these, so definitely check out the links right down below. I will be posting them in the description box and also in the comments down below, so definitely check these out. I know that we are right around the holiday season, so many of you may be trying to gift these for your friends and family, so definitely take that into consideration. But yes, we're going to be going over 15 accessories that I think that you should consider getting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So ladies and gentlemen, first off and foremost, the absolute must is going to have to go down to the winter mat or all season mats or rubber mats. Now, if there was one accessory that I see customers getting every single time, it is going to be the all-season or rubber floor mats. The rubber floor mats are going to be a complete must if you have a BMW, and especially if you live in an area where there might be snow and ice. By default, BMWs do come with the carpet mats, but let me tell you that these all-season mats are a definite must. I personally actually threw out my carpet mats as well because simply in New England, the weather is always completely unpredictable here. We actually get tons of rain, and during the winters, they can get quite brutal too. So I actually run these all-season mats or rubber mats all year round. They are also great for foot traction as well because whenever you get into your vehicle, it has a nice grip to it. And then not only that too, they have these really cool little grooves right here. So if for whatever reason water does get onto the mat, it's not going to go everywhere. It is simply just going to stay within the grooves, and then later it will just dry up all by itself. So I would highly recommend the rubber mats or all-season mats. There is also some really cool carpeting or Velcro right down here too. So it does do a really good job of staying in place and it won't shift around. And also too, these are the BMW OEM rubber mats, so the fitting around these going onto the floor is completely perfect. And also one last thing to mention with the rubber mats, if you are on the verge of buying a BMW and in the negotiation process, you can also negotiate in the all-season mat as well too as part of the deal. So definitely keep that in mind whenever you're buying your next BMW. It is going to be something that you can negotiate into the deal as well. So definitely utilize that. The all-season or winter floor mat, rubber mat, is going to be the top selling accessory that I see go through all the time. Again, as mentioned in the beginning of the video, the links for all these are going to be right down below, so definitely check that out at the end of the video. And now for number 2 is going to go to the cargo liner. Now we are here in a BMW X5, and a cargo liner is great, especially if you are going to be loading in and loading out plenty of things from your trunk. The cargo liner is quite thin as well, and again, this is also going to be a perfect fit for your BMW SUV. It's completely worth having. Again, if you think that your cargo is going to get quite dirty, a lot of hauling around, it is perfect for that. Again, one last thing to mention with the cargo liner is the fact that it is separate from the all-season mats. So if you do decide to get the all-season mats for all around your vehicle, just note the fact that you're only going to get the fronts and the rears. But the cargo liner is going to be completely separate. You do have to get that separately, so definitely keep that in mind so you don't get confused. BMW did used to have a cargo mat that wasn't as nice as this. This cargo liner is quite new, and if you do have the choice between getting the older cargo mat for the X5s or X3s or X7s, I would highly recommend just getting the liner because it is more thin, more flexible. It also looks great, and it also feels great, and it also fits more nice into the trunk compared to the cargo mat. This next one is going to be quite obvious, but it is worth mentioning because eventually we're all going to have electric vehicles. All electric vehicles are going to need a charger, and BMW is going to release their own wall box as well, but it is currently not out yet, but it will be in the future, so definitely take that into consideration as this video gets older. But as of right now, in my opinion, the best 2 chargers to get are going to be with either Electrify America or ChargePoint. Both of these 2 brands are extremely good. You're going to be completely fine with either or. Simply just purchase these from Amazon.com and then just hire a technician to do all the electrical work, and then you will be good to go. But yes, keep note that BMW is going to release their own wall box, which you can also get from Amazon too eventually. In the meantime, ChargePoint and Electrify America, both of these are great and you can't go wrong. And you're definitely going to be needing this eventually whenever you have a electric vehicle. For number 4, we don't have it here, but in my opinion, the 4th biggest selling accessory that BMW owners get is going to have to go to the roof racks. Roof racks, you can also get from the dealership, you can also get from online. I would refrain from getting these from Amazon.com. The best place to get it would be your BMW dealership. It is also great to make sure that you have them try to install it as well. You could do it yourself completely fine, but just note that with the roof racks you will require a measuring tape, and the directions for that are going to come with the roof racks. But if you look inside the cover of the roof rack, there are some directions there too. The whole installation process for the roof racks is quite easy. It will just take you about 15 minutes, but again, you will need a measuring tape because there are specific measurements on how you need to set that up. And as mentioned before, if you do get it from your BMW dealership, you can have someone install it for you, which is going to be a lot more convenient. The roof racks also do come with a key as well, so that key can stay inside your glove box in case you need to adjust your roof racks. So definitely don't lose that key. For number 5, the biggest one that I recommend everyone gets, if you don't already have this, I highly recommend that you get this. But all the new iPhones and Androids, they're all coming out with USB-C. And so for that, BMWs, they all come with USB-C ports now. If you look inside here in this X5, we do have a USB-C port right over here. And again, the link for this is going to be right down below. I will be linking a iPhone to a USB-C, which is going to be very, very useful. The biggest thing about USB-C, if you don't already know by now, is that it will charge your phone 3 times faster. So that is probably the biggest reason why you should get USB-C. Granted, a lot of these vehicles, they do come with a wireless charger, but the benefit again with USB-C is simply the fact that it will charge much more faster. And if you do have to pick up your phone, you don't have to remove it from your wireless charger as well. For number 6, it is going to have to go to the wiper blades. Now, the wiper blades, if you don't already know, the experts do recommend that you change them every 6 to 12 months. BMW does make their own wipers that you can also get from their store as well. You can also get this from the dealership. One of the biggest things that I would recommend though is that if you do buy things from the dealership, the markup on those are going to be really high. So definitely check Amazon first. If you do decide to get it from your dealership, definitely take the price from Amazon and then bring it to your dealer to see if they can price match that, which can also save you a lot of money in the long run. But yes, the wiper blades are going to be one of the accessories that we all should buy every 6 to 12 months. So definitely make sure you have a really good supplier because you will be needing a new pair of wiper blades every single year. For BMWs, if you haven't been staying in tune with how to raise those wiper blades, there is a way to do it. And again, if you want to see how that's done, simply have the car on, simply just turn off the car and then just hold down the wiper stick right over here all the way down and keep holding it down until the wiper blades stay up. Once they stay up, you can actually go outside, remove the wiper blade, and then go ahead and replace those. So yes, that tip is definitely worth knowing whenever you have to replace your wiper blades. Number 7 is going to be a really good one, especially if you have kids that sit in the back of your BMW SUV. All BMW SUVs, especially the X5s and X7s, they all have this little cubby right here. If you're not sure what this is by now, one amazing thing that you can use this for is going to be for a universal iPad holder. So BMW did release a universal BMW iPad holder not too long ago, but you can definitely get this from, say for example, shop BMWUSA.com. Gone are the days where you have to buy a vehicle with entertainment screens. Now you can simply just get a adapter that goes into that, and then you can simply just mount your iPad right behind here too. There's also a USB-C charge point right here too that your iPad can plug into. But the kids will love you for it. Again, all the BMW SUVs, the X5s and up, they all have this on both sides. Not only can you use this for iPads, but you can also use it for a couple other things as well. BMW also has a adapter where you can get a coat hanger that goes right into there as well. Now, if you are somebody who has to wear a suit jacket to work, this is going to be really, really convenient for you because simply you can just get the coat hanger adapter, plug it into there, and then your suit jacket could hang nice and neat right behind your seat. It is going to be highly recommended, again, if you do wear a suit to work, because whenever you have this, you're going to prevent wrinkles that would appear on your suit jacket. And then whenever you do arrive to work, your suit jacket is going to be nice, clean, and straight. And transitioning into the next one, BMW also does have a travel and comfort universal hook. Now, there is a bar that you can buy that hooks into here and here. And then once you have that plugged in, that bar would also have another adapter slot there. And it is going to be a hook that can simply hold many different things. But in my opinion, again, that hook is going to be very, very useful if you want to hook your suit jacket, your winter coat, or especially your purse. That travel and comfort bar and hook can be equipped with any BMW vehicle. Again, that is going to be also at the parts store as well. If your vehicle does already have that, if you want to remove it, unfortunately, you do have to go to the service team because they do have a special key in order to remove that bar. So definitely just keep that in mind. But yes, I would highly recommend it. One of the cool things that I would do is simply have the hook on one side, and then say, for example, you could have your suit jacket holder or clothesline right over here. Now, for number 10, it is going to have to go to winter tires. Now, by default, a regular BMW X5, X3, or any BMW will more likely than not just come with all-season tires, which look quite like this. And all-season tires with BMWs with xDrive are going to be completely fine. You're not going to have to worry too much because these tires do hold up really well in the snow. But one of the biggest things to mention is if you do get a M Sport vehicle with large rims, there is going to be a good chance that those tires may be summer tires. So definitely watch out for that. If you do get a M Sport vehicle that has summer tires, for whatever reason, do not drive that vehicle in the snow because you could definitely get hurt. I have heard some horror stories about people trying to drive with their summer tires, and it always ended up with a bad story. So definitely do not ever drive with summer tires. Again, if you have a M Sport vehicle with really large rims, there is going to be a good chance that your vehicle has summer tires. So definitely watch out for that. But yes, the all-season tires are going to be completely fine. You can get winter tires for these too. That will further improve the traction for BMWs as well. But again, if you do have the summer tires, definitely watch out for that. You must get a winter setup. If you have summer tires, do not drive on your summer tires. Even though you have xDrive or all-wheel drive, you're going to get into trouble. Consider winter tires. Again, the all-season tires are going to be completely fine, but if you just want that additional traction, winter tires are the way to go. There are a couple of brands that I love to bring up. Now here is a list of top 5 that I think are the best, but I will say that the Blizzaks are going to be the absolute best for deep snow. If you still want the BMW handling performance, but you still want some really good snow traction, the Michelins are going to be your choice. But my recommendation would be to decide on one of those two, depending on where you live. Again, Michelins are great for the handling, but Blizzaks are going to be really good for those deep snow situations. BMW Apparel. Now, BMW has tons and tons of apparel. They have everything from jackets to wallets, hats, and even luggage bags. If you go and shop BMW USA, you're gonna see a ton of these. There are gonna be plenty on Amazon.com as well, but just watch out. Many of these BMW accessories on Amazon.com are not true to the BMW OEM material. Many of these BMW accessories are shipped from China, so watch out for that. They might be of cheaper quality, but if you want the utmost best quality of all time, BMW accessories made by Puma are very good, so definitely take that into consideration. Personally speaking too, if you do have a BMW M car, I would highly recommend getting a BMW M jacket because it does look really good. Number 12 is going to be plate frames. Now, these are also sold separately as well, but I will say that BMW plate frames are a must. By default, if you do get your car from a dealership, more likely than not, they're going to have their own advertisement plate frame on there, and I personally do not like that look whatsoever. I would rather rock a plate tag without the plate frame at all than have that on. But for this, I would definitely go onto Amazon.com. If you have a M Sport vehicle or a BMW M car, definitely highly recommend the BMW M plate frame because it does look absolutely amazing. If you get the right one, some of these plate frames do also come with the valve caps as well, and valve caps are also going to be on our list as well, and we will touch base on those later on. If you don't have a M Sport vehicle, you do not have to worry because BMW does have these other plate frames for all BMWs as well, and these do also have a really good finish to them. But I would highly recommend getting the plate frames. Again, I'm not a fan of any advertisement on my BMW, so definitely go with one of these plate frames. This next one's a fun one, and now BMW does have M Performance parts. This one is going to be good if you have a M Sport or an M Performance vehicle. BMW has a whole line of M Performance parts, everything from spoilers to side skirts to front lips to rear diffusers. They also have carbon fiber mirror caps as well, so they have a whole list of all these really cool M Performance parts. One of the biggest ones that I would love to mention is the M Performance exhaust. If there was any accessory or M Performance accessory that I would recommend, it is going to have to be the M Performance exhaust. That exhaust sounds absolutely amazing, and if I were to get any M vehicle or M Sport vehicle even, I would recommend the M Performance exhaust because it does make your vehicle sound probably 3 to 4 times better than it is stock. But yes, these M Performance parts are all over the BMW store. Now, if you're not sure which of these parts work on your vehicle, BMW's website does have a filter where you can plug in your vehicle year, your vehicle model, and then it'll give you a whole list of compatible M Performance parts that you could put onto your vehicle to make it look much more unique and much more sporty. For our next one, it is going to be touch-up paint. Now, BMW does have touch-up paint for every single type of paint, and I do have a 3 Series right here with some scratches here. Now, the biggest things to mention about scratches is the fact that if it can clip onto your fingernail, it's more likely than not that the detailing team cannot buff that out. Again, if you can feel it on your fingernail, it cannot be buffed out. So then your next best step that you can do is get some touch-up paint. Now, BMW's store does have some touch-up paint for all different types of paint. Again, just make sure you get the right one. You can also get this from your dealership's parts store as well. Simply just get them the VIN number, and then from the VIN number, they can get you the right paint that your vehicle needs. But again, as you can see here, a scratch like this is not going to be something that you can easily buff out. So touch-up paint is going to be your next best bet. Again, touch-up paint is going to be the most useful for chips. You can use it for something like this, but it might not be something that is going to be completely 100% perfect. But I would highly recommend getting touch-up paint for your BMW, because eventually you are going to have a couple nicks, maybe on your door handle or nearby your rear bumper, and then you can simply just use the touch-up paint to make that look much better. The BMW key fob covers. Now, BMW's key does cost a lot of money. In some stories I have heard up to $300. So that is definitely something that is not cheap at all. So BMW key fob covers are available. Again, this you can get from wherever. For this, I would highly recommend getting it from Amazon, because they do have some really cool ones, and also some that are really great quality as well. So key fob covers are going to be really nice. Not only do they look great, but they will protect your key fob. It is quite easy to drop the key fob, and if you drop it one time, I will say that you're going to see chips all along here, which can be quite disappointing, because whenever you do pick up your key fob, you're going to feel those chips along the key fob as well. And it's not something that feels that great on a $300 super cool BMW key fob. So definitely check out the key fob covers. We do have a couple of favorite ones that we mention on the channel all the time, so definitely check out these two. They are going to be our top sellers, but BMW does have some really cool ones that are all different styles, quality, and colors. So definitely make sure you get a key fob cover for your really expensive BMW key. Air fresheners. Now, BMW does have a specific air freshener that you can get that plugs right into the vent. The reason why I think that the BMW air freshener is going to be your best bet is because of the fact that it is a really sleek, clean look. If you get any other sort of vent air freshener, it is going to stick out like a sore thumb, and I'm not a fan of that look whatsoever. So BMW does have their line of natural air vent fresheners, which I would highly recommend. They have all different types of scents, and I have seen it in person before. They do clip right onto the air vent. Not only does it smell really good, but it also looks really good as well. BMW does have some really cool design on lights that show on the ground whenever you open up your car at nighttime. Now this, I would recommend getting it from your parts store, because you definitely want to make sure you get the right one for your vehicle. Simply give the parts store your VIN number and they will give you the right fitment. But these BMW door lights, really nice. Some people hate it, but many people love it. It does look really good at nighttime whenever you're exiting your vehicle. It is nice and bright. It is quite easy to simply plug that in too. BMW does offer different types of lighting stencils as well. They do have the regular BMW logo one, but they also have some really cool and performance ones as well. Now, as mentioned before, BMW does offer valve stems. Now, you can get this from Amazon.com. The valve stems do add a really nice little look to your BMW rims. They are made with great quality as well. If you look at the factory one, they do by default look like this, which do look really plain. If you do get the BMW one, it does have a nice little BMW logo that shows right on the top. Valve stems are a great addition to your BMW rim. Just adds that much more character to it. For the next one, we're going to check out the BMW first aid kit. Now, the thing with the first aid kit is that if you do order your BMW, you do have to order the first aid kit with it. It's not something that comes with the vehicle. It is ordered separately, so definitely keep that in mind. Some BMWs may have it, some won't. But this is something that has to come straight from the factory. But let's not forget that you can always buy it afterwards as well. Quite useful. There are some really cool things in here. I'm not a doctor by any means, so I don't even know what half the stuff is, except for the Band-Aids. The Band-Aids can be quite nice to have whenever you need it. In any vehicle, I would highly recommend having a first aid kit, because if you do have kids that play sports, more likely than not, they are going to get some minor bumps and scratches here and there. So you're going to be glad that you do have a first aid kit inside your BMW, so your children that play sports will love you. And last but not least is going to have to go to the BMW interior wipes. Now, BMW does have some really cool interior wipes that you can get. They have leather wipes, and they even have some wipes that would be good on your dashboard as well. But I would highly recommend getting the leather wipes as well, because if you have some really nice leather, like this BMW X5 does with this Tartufo leather, this is some really premium quality leather that you definitely want to take care of. And with leather, you just want to simply make sure you use the right stuff, and BMW does offer this. Make sure you get some wipes, because you definitely want to make sure you're putting on the right chemicals on these beautiful leather seats. So ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna wrap it up for these accessories. Again, many of these I would highly recommend. If you do have a BMW on order, you can go ahead and purchase these. At the making of this video, it is mid-December, so there is a good chance that many of these items are going to be on sale, so it is a really good time to go ahead and purchase these. Or if you do plan on getting another BMW in the future, definitely consider these. BMW is constantly updating their accessories line, but I do believe that all these are going to be greatly beneficial to you. Many of these accessories are going to be ones that you use every single day, so again, it is definitely worth having. That is all that I have for you guys today. If there was anything else that I missed or you think that I should have made this video, definitely comment down those below so I could do potentially a part 2 of this as well. Subscribe to this channel and have a great day and happy holidays.